Hey you folks, Quilly here, and welcome to some more Let's Play RimWorld in Urist Town. We're currently under attack by tribespeople, but before we get to that, and before I unpause things, I want to talk about the hydroponics. So, it looks like with the hydroponics, people cannot walk over the tables, and they need to be adjacent to each plant. So each one of these tiles will have one plant, and people have to be able to get adjacent to them to harvest them, although apparently they can work them diagonally, which leads to some really interesting and very creative layouts online. This is not an interesting and creative layout, but it will work perfectly fine. In hindsight, I should have maybe put the door in the middle. On the other hand, I don't think people can walk over heaters, so I would have had to... Actually, no, I can do that. Hold on. Cancel this heater. If I put a heater, and you know what, maybe I'll put it in the middle of the room. I don't think it matters much, but for the sake of argument, I'll put it here. Now, I don't think they can walk over the heater, but they can stand here and still grab the plants diagonally, which is good. So yeah, this is a bit of a derp, because what I would like to do is put yet another hydroponics basin right there. So what I'm going to have to do is mine out that, and then we'll put a door there afterwards. That's life. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpause here and let things go. So we've got a couple of tribespeople that had aggroed on one of our walkers, which is great. And then I have to just babysit my people to make sure no one runs outside at this point, which is entirely possible. In fact, Raven, where are you going? Oh, you're just picking up a hunk of steel that happens to be there. Because when the rest of the tribespeople attack, it's possible my people will go and wander and pick up a bunch of steel, which, because I did, you know, have a bunch mined over here that's sitting around being idle. So anyone who wants to go outside will probably just recruit them and tell them to stay indoors or something. Or I suppose I could temporarily disable hauling? No, that would be crazy. Disable construction? Maybe. I'm happy that area is being mined out right away. In fact, what I should probably do is cancel this door. We'll save a little bit of material and just put up like a wooden wall there instead. I think that takes up slightly less stuff. So a wooden wall right there, just to seal that gap. And while I appreciate that people are moving things out of the way, it's actually going to be very important in the long run to haul this stuff, not just move it out of the way. I guess I can just box select all this. I wonder if they move it out of the way to be able to build one of these tables, will it still be marked as hauling? I don't know. Anyway, again, I got to make sure that no one's walking out of the base. They haven't started their attack yet. Soon they will. Now, these are just primitives, so they should get destroyed by my turret setup really easily. Matthews, where are you going? See, he's wandering out. I will tell you to do something else instead. You're going to prioritize... No path. What? Really? Oh. Oh. Okay. We're going to deconstruct that battery. And Matthews, you're going to prioritize deconstructing that. Thank you very much. Raven, where are you going? You're probably grabbing steel. But if these guys start to attack while you're out, that's not going to be any good. I'm going to draft you and tell you to stand over here temporarily. Now, everyone's going to try to get some steel at some point here, because there's tons of stuff to be constructed, and every time I turn someone else off, they're going to go out there. But that's okay. There we go. Tribespeople have begun their assault. All our guns are on, which is great. Make sure no one wanders outside. Yeah, you guys stay drafted for now. I'm just going to wait until those batteries go away, and then I'll probably tell you to start mining. I'll undraft you and tell you to start mining. Here they come. There's a lot of them. We'll give them that. Oh, it just, like, fatal. Oh, more walls are getting just obliterated here. Lake. Nope. Cancel. Actually, I'll recruit you and tell you to mine that. Same thing over here, you can mine that. Same thing over here, you can mine that. After which they'll probably go and get some meals. The fact, now that they're all in the base, it actually doesn't matter if some of my people get nearby. It won't be fatal because all the enemies are still going to die at some point. There's a lot of enemies here. Oh, something's going to explode! These guys did some serious damage, but now they're running away. Anyone still alive? Yep. Capture that guy. Camino. Capture that guy. Oh, we're not going to have enough spaces. We need more bedrooms. Tell you what, let's go ahead and convert these two as a prisoner place. They're not going to be happy right now, but they can have individual bedrooms later. Capture. One of these others is alive right there. Capture. Sorry to wake you up from your sleep, boys. Boys and girls. Well, unforbid. Unforbid, unforbid. Raven, why don't you go and strip down, strip down. Since their stuff is so crap, like, I wish you could auto tell your people to go and strip these people down before they say, you know, bury them or whatever. Because it would be easier to just double click them and unforbid everyone, which enables them to be hauled and buried. But I do want to, like, take all their stuff off because it's valuable. I can sell it. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my people. Oh, it's here that's forbidden. I'm going to take one of my people and just make them a full-time hauler. Not a sexy job. Who's it going to be? Maybe Matthews? Oh. Said that a long time ago. Technically, Blake is the primary surgeon, unless Blake gets injured. Matthew, your number one job is actually going to be hauling. I know it's not very interesting. Mining's pretty good. Yeah, and I mean, everyone else will haul to a certain extent as well. But that anything that was from their setup that we unforbid, all these bodies that need to be buried or relatively soon brought to cremation. Matthews just turned 26. I always forget that Matthews is a girl. Because Matthews is a last name as opposed to Matthew is a first name. We don't need to build a power conduit there because my idea is to go and build a wooden auto door right there. In fact, Blake, why don't I go ahead and prioritize working on that? I know you probably got all kinds of really important things to do. We're gonna do that. Probably some stuff being hauled over there. Gonna be very curious to see what Matthews does when she wakes up. Eating from a survival meal. Mental break soon. Raven is flipping out. Probably because there's so many dead bodies around. Now, she's actually going to be okay. Gonna feed a meal to Coyote. Fine meal at that. Wow. There's not another trade ship over here. Huh? I hope I didn't miss a useful trade ship. Mino's gonna do that, which is fine. And no one's gonna flip out, which is good. Building needs power. We're just gonna wait for that auto door to be put in. Then we'll be okay. Yeah, relays, those are ugly surroundings. People are gonna get treated. And here's the thing to check out. Witness an ally's death. You'll get over it. What kind of skills are we talking about? Good mining, good kicking, great shooting. What's our chance of recruiting you? Quite good, actually. We are definitely going to be spending some time friendly chatting and eventually trying to recruit you. And maybe give you medicine? Well, we're not going to invest. We got a lot of, we don't have tons of medicine. Tell you what. You get medicine. Congratulations. What about Coyote over here? Nothing really high. It's got decent passion for a few things. It's lazy, which is also slow. Green Thumb is good for growing. They're not terrible people. How hard would it be to recruit you? A little bit harder. For now, we'll throw in some friendly chats to try to keep you stable, but we're not going to bother working on recruiting you quite yet. You can't research. You have no real passion for anything except construction. I'm pretty sure White Alligator over here is going to be sold into slavery. In fact, before White Alligator dies, I think what we're going to do is harvest some body parts. This is probably going to upset a lot of people. Tough. At least Coyote won't be sharing a room anymore. Excellent, we can now vaporize unwanted corpses. Where's that under? Miscellaneous? No. Sandstone crematorium. You can also build it out of granite blocks. I don't think we've got the right blocks for either one of them. So we have to... we do have over here a stonecutter's table. We never added a bill over here. Make stone blocks. Actually, not necessarily forever. Well, maybe. So we can leave that for now. I don't know if anyone's going to start doing that. The other thing I'm going to do is mine out some more individual bedrooms. Kind of wish I'd done these 3x3 bedrooms to start off with. In hindsight. Hey, wait, you can have a slightly larger one. Just because it works out that way. Oops. Ah, keep trying to right-click to cancel the mining. I mean, I realize that right-click cancels the tool, which is fine, but a part of me, I wonder if I held Control or Shift or something like that, if it might be a shortcut to doing that. Or white's going to be harvested. Mental break. Blake. Oh, hold on. Maybe we shouldn't harvest anymore. Is mostly starving is actually the problem. You can harvest the right kidney and then stop, Blake. Because you need to go and eat. White's got an infection. How are you starving? We've got food. Hey, what? I'm going to draft you and then undraft you. You're stuck on healing. Why aren't you feeding yourself? Are you so concerned about healing White? Mental break imminent. Yeah. Tell you what, over you. Blake. Congratulations, you're no longer a doctor. Yeah, go eat a meal before you snap. Come on. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that back. Always going to be your top priority job. Got some infections and things going around. Mental break, no, you should be fine. Sun lamps need power. That will happen eventually. Hey, what, Raven, before you dig those out, can you prioritize working on the wooden door? It'd be swell. Thanks. Because it's also a power conduit. Blake, you're still okay? You're still okay. So, was it White that we were harvesting the organs from? Yes. So, we are going to add in... so, you're missing one kidney. We'll take a lung. And then... maybe your heart. Now, does that... how much does that upset the other prisoners? Probably a bit, but they'll get away... they'll get over it eventually. Meanwhile, most of the bodies... there we go. Matthews, who's on permanent hauling duty, is mostly concerned with hauling bodies, which is good. We got some more infections. Oh, we don't have a research project right now. I don't know how many of these... there's some machining. If we do start to get attacked by mechanoids, in fact, I'm quite lucky that we haven't yet. White's getting infections. It's a good thing we're tearing them apart as quickly as possible. More infections. Overview, you've got that. Why are you... you're starving. You're not starving anymore. You were starving, now you're over it. I guess they're concerned about doing medical stuff before even feeding themselves. And that was at priority 2. So it's clearly using a slightly different set of rules. Overview. Does anyone craft? Yes. It's a relatively low priority. Matthews, we could set him crafting and hauling, but I don't think that would be good. It's pretty good. I'll set it crafting as a level 2. And eventually we'll bring down the hauling priority a little bit. But this will get him to, eventually, once things have been hauled in place, he'll go and work on some of that crafting. And everyone else has got it on. If they've got nothing else going on, they will craft those blocks. We can make it a higher priority if we need to. Might be a good idea for the crematorium. Looks like he's about to die. Got, like, no health left. Trade ship. Combat suppliers. Raven! Where are you? Raven. Give him a phone call. Yeah, medicine, relatively good price, especially for her. Let's, I don't know, like, buy them out. Yeah, I think that's fine. We could also buy some guns and helmets and things, but we got a decent set of stuff. I don't know, some of these might be an upgrade, but I'm just gonna buy a crap ton of medicine. Just in case it's forever until we get our next combat supplier. It's January, we're still got food. We got 46 meals right now. Lovely. We do need quite a bit of steel to finish our hydroponics. But things are happening. Wooden beds in here. That. Oh, Coyote's died. You're gonna go remove a body part. That's fine. Camino, take a second here. Rip down Coyote and get him out of there. Mental break on Blake. Urgently hungry. Go eat. Thank you very much. And that is a pretty disastrous environment. Everyone's really busy, so there's never any cleaning that happens. And there's a lot of blood going on over there. I'm not going to prioritize it any higher, though. That would be a little bit foolish. There we go. We get our first hydroponics going. Lake is still a little sketchy mood-wise. Mostly okay. Oh, you haul that away. Since you're responsible for killing him. We have no more graves. Witness stranger's death. Well, overall, we're going to be okay. We got those organs there. We can sell a little bit later. It's very gruesome work. And I think Lax is the one that we were trying to recruit, right? Yeah. So, a little upset by the prisoner harvesting. Also, currently sick with an infection. You are getting medicine, though, in dental or doctor's care, so hopefully you'll be okay. We got some visitors. Still need power over there. How is it not connected? Oh, because this door never got finished. Really? You're not a constructor. Lake is kind of busy. Raven. Sorry to wake you up, but could you maybe finish this auto door? That would be real swell. You got to walk a million miles away. Oh, we never rebuilt our defenses here. And our guns. Ho ho! I still don't have the stone block, so we're going to rebuild it out of wooden walls one more time over here. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And our security features, we're going to go turret, turret, turret. That is actually a pretty damaging attack. There were a lot of them. We can also turn off these guys. We've got lots of power, but we may as well turn them off and save a few resources. We got lots of meals. Probably not worth setting up a hunting job quite yet. Everyone's pretty busy. This is getting built nicely. Listen, Camino, that's swell and all, but I would really prefer it if you just finish the auto door. Reserved by Raven. Oh, okay. Who's decided to build a bed, even though she had that reserved. Lax got severe illness. Come on, Raven. Build this door. Why do you keep... I don't know why. Keeps not bringing enough wood to finish it, I think, is what's going on. All right, one more time. There we go. Okay, good. The door is done. Severe illness. This room is all lit up. Did I drop down the heater? Yes, it's over there. Is that too far to be connected? Oh, it's not built, so it's kind of a moot point. Come on, Lax. You were useful. Extreme untreated. But I told you, you get medicine. So you're gonna die. Fuck. I suppose I probably could have prioritized something. Oh well. Haul them away. I'm going to go ahead and order just a little chopped wood right over there just to keep the movement rate up high enough. Anything in this general area over there. We've got plenty of wood, although we could always sell a bit more. A large piece of an ancient ship has crashed nearby. We're getting psychic hosed from this crash ship part over here. So we're going to have to deal with that because there's a psychic drone. Right now it's low. If we take a look at anyone, so I swallow over here. Got -7 to mood from that, but it'll grow over time. Now, and there's tons of marsh over here, because what I want to do is I want to set up some guns. That might work. Try that. Try to put out some sandbags in front of it. And it's kind of sketchy. But if we can get that built... Oh, we need power out there, too. That was my... Alright, maybe the turrets won't work. But the sandbags are still a swell idea. Because then we can have all our people stand behind the sandbag, then start attacking this thing, which will spawn some mechanoids. Yeah. And obviously they'll have to get built at some point. Matthews is still doing a bunch of hauling. Hauling slate blocks, very nice. And tortoise and all that. Tell you what, why don't you prioritize working on some of these sandbags? I know, it's a long way away, but it's going to be really important because we have to kill this thing. Otherwise everyone's going to flip out. An eclipse doesn't bother us. Actually, we're good on power now. We research machining, actually just in time, because we're going to have some mechanoid bodies to tear apart. Electric smelting? Metals from slag chunks. Will probably come in handy at some point. We start working on a spaceship, which will eventually give us victory. Crypto slave, living being, suspended animation. I don't know what the benefit to this is. Maybe it makes it easier to slave trade? I'm curious about the shipbuilding. Sure. Do that. I suspect it'll lead to other things afterwards, since it just says basic. You're going to rest. No, you're going to work on that. I realize it's going to require that you chop down a tree. Okay. That's going to be fine enough. Then we're going to find someone else. Well, a lot of people are just going to be resting right now. It's nighttime. What I should do, deconstruct through these beds. Encourage people to take their own rooms now. And actually, okay, that's fine. So it needs to have doors. These all do. This last one doesn't yet. There we go. The eclipse still. Yeah, Camino, building is great. Build this stuff. I know it's super far. I suppose I could just cancel all this other construction. Raven. Urgently hungry. Why don't you wake up then? Anyway, I'll wake you up and then cancel you. You go and get a meal. Sweet. At least all the materials are already here. Hopefully, this is a good way of doing things. I have no idea this is going to be particularly successful. Oh, Raven's working on that one. Why don't you work on that one? Raven's the one flipping out. No, she's fine now. Unpleasant conversations are bad. Some people were executed. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was when I took out their heart. And finish that. Lovely. Okay. Everyone just finished their night's sleep. So hopefully, if I go and recruit literally everyone and bring them all down here. Oh man, this is the thing that's either gonna make us or end us. And I just noticed we gotta put a cut in here. Guys, we're gonna start attacking this crashed ship, which is gonna spawn mechanoids, which is probably gonna result in some people getting, like, hurt badly or maybe even killed. But I don't see what choice we have. It's a problem we can't ignore. And other than building, like, some sort of crazy defensive structure over here, which seems a little unlikely unless I want to set up a bunch of solar panels and batteries and yada, yada, yada. Well, that sounds like way too much work. See you next time. It might be the last time. Bye-bye.